today, and today I'm going to be doing a 2018 recap. And I'm a little late on this. I feel like I probably should have filmed this last year and then had it uploaded like around the first week of the year, but here we are. Basically today I'm going to be doing a little recap of last year, and I'm also going to include some goals for this year because I think that that's kind of healthy to do, and like to set goals for yourself. That's always a good thing to do. So yeah, let's just dive right into this video. So looking back on last year, the year started off pretty well. I just remember having a pretty good end to 2017 and then having a pretty good beginning to 2018. And I just remember thinking like, oh yeah, this is going to be a really good year because like the ending of the year was so good. So this is going to be a great year. And boy, was I wrong. Last year was brutal on me. It was probably one of the hardest years I've had in a long time. And I've been thinking a lot about how it doesn't really matter, like, the time span of a year, because days are just days. They're not going to change because it's a new year. Like, there's nothing that's making it different. But still looking at it as a year in whole, it was a pretty bad year. There's just a lot that happened. And there were some really good things that happened too, for sure. But it was just a rough year. Starting off, right about April, my boss had to leave work for a long time, and I was a mess because I was still so new at my job. And I know that you guys probably remember when I was posting about why I wasn't posting, and I was going through such a hard time at that time, and I was just not in the right mental place and not in the right physical place either, honestly. So yeah, that was a really rough time on me, and also it was a very defining moment in my life, because if all of that hadn't happened, if I hadn't had to go through all of that alone, then I wouldn't be at this exact moment where I am. So it happened. You can't change that happened. And you just have to look at the things that came from it that made life better. And one of those things was therapy for me. I started going to a therapist because I had to. I was just losing my mind, and I was just crying every day, and I was just stressed out, and I just didn't know how to handle my anxiety, and it was just getting out of control to where it was like literally running my life. And I just couldn't, I couldn't not go to a therapist because I was a mess. There was no way that I was going to be able to function. So I started going to see a therapist, and I think it was May. I remember the first day I saw her was a holiday, and I was exhausted, and I was so tired, and she probably was like, who is this crazy, poor, sad girl? And ever since then, I have just felt so much stronger. So that's one really good thing that happened in 2018, was finding a therapist that is just works so well with me. I always was scared to go to therapists because I thought that they would just point out things that I did wrong and just make me feel uncomfortable, but my therapist just encourages me to do things that I want to do, but I'm too scared to do. And there are so many things that I conquered this year that I didn't think I would be able to do, because normally I would just ignore the problem until it went away. But there were a lot of times when I couldn't do that, and she taught me ways to do it, and it was really amazing, and I'm so thankful for it because it's made me such a stronger person. And I'm still going to therapy right now, and I will probably be going for a long time just because it helps me be a better person. It helps me be a better citizen of this world. So, and then getting into like the year, there was just a lot that was going on. There was a lot of drama that happened this year. There were a lot of people that I love that got hurt. There were a lot of people that just went through a lot, and it was hard seeing them go through that. There were a lot of death. There was a lot of just darkness, and that's always hard to have to see, especially when it's people that you love, or people that you know, or people that you care about. So that was really rough, definitely. And that's going to happen every year as I get older. But it's something that it's something that I have to just get used to, and I have to learn how to cope with, which is another reason I'm in therapy. And nearing the end of the year, things started getting a lot better. I just started finding polarity, which was really good, and I was finding things for myself more, because I think where a big part of my mistake was this year was I was always working or striving for someone else or for something else, and like I was never doing anything for myself, and I kind of lost who I was along the way, because I wasn't doing anything that I loved, and I wasn't doing anything that I wanted, and I wasn't seeing any friends, and I wasn't doing anything I wanted to do, and I was just sad. I was just a sad person, and I would just go to work and come home and go to sleep, and then wake up and go to work, and that's all I would do, and that was my entire life, and it put me in a really dark place. And nearing the end of the year, I started stepping out of my comfort zone, because I just didn't want to get up, and I just didn't want to do anything else. I didn't have the energy, because I was just so tired, and I was honestly depressed. And a help in that was my friend Jasmine. A lot of you guys know her. She wanted to help me, and so she started inviting me to all of her things, and she started having me come over all the time, and it helped really bring me out of my depression. It helped me feel more comfortable in social settings, because I'm not a social person, and I'm still actively doing that, and the thing is, being social is so exhausting, because I'm not used to it at all. But I've been happier. I've just been genuinely happier, which I think is the goal. So yeah. And my goals for 2019 are definitely to try and be more active, to try and see more people. I want to start a gym membership, because that's something that I've always wanted to do, and I think it would be fun. And I also know that putting a lot of your stress into something physical is good for you, so I want to start doing that. And I just want to do more things that I love, and I want to do more things for myself, because I feel like I don't do that very often. I always put other people first, and I want to put myself first for once. Not like in an arrogant way, but like in a healthy way. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos about my life, even though you probably don't, because my life is kind of boring, but you know, here we are, then just give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. So I love you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed this short little video, and thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye.